Alrighty boys, got a little bit done. Not a whole lot done, but I did get the wastegate on today. So the other wastegate is on down there, 60 mil buoy. And then we got this 60 mil buoy down here. And the downpipe, I'm going to be able to clear this brake line, so I have to remove some wiring. I think I talked about that already. So I think for now I'm just going to do like 3-inch dumps and then add on later just to get it running. I'm going to do loud valves and full exhaust. That's the plan, but I'll probably just do some dumps that I can split easily. And then after the dumps, it's terminator, and I'm going to relocate the battery. So because the battery was here, so I'm going to throw the battery somewhere else. So really not a whole lot to go on this thing. What are my gauges?
Is there not one in the truck anymore?
Okay guys, so we got a little bit of improvement today. Not really a whole lot, but we started on the downpipe. It's kind of a long day. I was doing a lot of measuring and figuring out what I wanted to do. And then we were having an issue with our food. So we ordered some food and our driver had some problems with his car. So he had a flat tire, and we were like obviously making sure that he was okay. We don't want our driver to have any issues. So he was able to get the tire swapped out. No big deal, but then when he showed up, he had a donut on his car, and the donut was like almost down to the rim. It had no air on it, so of course I had to help the guy out. I'm like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go put some air on it. I'm like, dude, let me put some air in your tire. So he dropped the food off, put some air in his tire, and came back in and started welding. This is kind of where we're at now. Got that all done diggity. So we're gonna go down there on the outside of the frame rail, and I'm going to put some loud valves, probably do a loud valve there and then kick it out to the side inside the frame rail on this side because I'm able to, and then we'll do like a muffler on the inside. I don't have the luxury of doing the exact same thing over here because I have the steering rack, the steering shaft, whatever we're going to call it, downpipe, and then if I do go inside the frame rail, the four-wheel drive front drive shaft is right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back down here on the outside of the frame rail, and then somewhere back there kick it over and try to go to a muffler. That's kind of the plan. So we'll keep going. Let's do it. Alright, so what I'm probably going to do next here is just add a piece. Probably just going to go straight down that way, and then I'll have a little dump after the loud valve. I'm not going to do the loud valves right away. I'm just going to send these right down, dump them. I'll get that side done, and then come over here and start cleaning this stuff up and figuring out how I want to do the battery. Alright, so maybe not great progress, but it makes sense where I come from. So what we got is the downpipe there. And we have the downpipe here. It's a little clogged up, but I wanted to show you what I removed from this section. So this was all down here. There's like vacuum lines. This was bolted down over here. And this was a big chunk that was removed. So basically now what I have is this here. And like I said, this is all going to be wrapped, so don't worry about that stuff. Brake line here, and I'll probably double wrap the brake line. It shouldn't be a big deal. It's not that close. But removed a lot of the wiring. So a lot of the wiring ended up just kind of falling into place. So basically this was all like battery wiring here, which came to the battery that was here. So here's the battery terminal. And this was to the starter, alternator wiring, and then all this stuff I could just kind of like tuck it over out of the way. Not really a big deal. So that stuff I'm gonna have to splice in. However, I decided I want to do the relocated battery. But if we look at kind of the whole thing, they're kind of symmetrical a little bit. No, I might have tucked that one down a little bit too far, but it's better than it was. So yeah, kind of going for the symmetrical look. And just for starters, just going to do a dump and a dump. And then we'll figure out the muffler and exhaust and all that stuff later. So tomorrow I should be able to start working on clamps, the wastegate dump, or yeah, the wastegate dumps, if I even want to do that. I mean, temporarily I should be able to just turn them down. And then I can start to do the wiring, get the Terminator X-Max on there, put the clamps on, get a battery hooked up, and I mean, it shouldn't really take too long.